Welcome everybody, welcome to the latest live stream. I'm just sort it out. That's it, we're all good to go. So welcome to the latest live stream number 275, titled, I've had an experiment heading to charity shops and to show you what I've got today. So I popped out to some charity shops in one area because I don't have much time to source really lately. And for the next few weeks, I thought I'd quickly go to an area, show you what I've got and my experiment and experience of that, considering the last couple of years. Hopefully the sound is good. Welcome everybody. If you're new here, then welcome. If you're regular, welcome back. I do a live most Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. UK time. And we variety of topics, guests, that sort of thing. Let's have a look what we got. I've also got Instagram, Facebook in the description below. You can see it on the banner. Ko-Fi page, buy me a coffee, and eBay store. So check out my eBay store. It's in the description below. Same my Ko-Fi page. So we've got Antoinette's popped in. Welcome. Leanne Hill's popped in. The Monkey Thrifter there. And Michelle Lathan's popped in. So welcome. Got any questions? And do pop in. Fix It for Reselling. And Chris Tyler. So basically, I decided, because I wrote out a sheet before when I popped into those other charity shops in Wimbledon Village. Where else did I go? They did 4 areas for charity shops. So let's have a look. Where did I go? Good. Wimbledon Village. That's right. Rains Park and New Malden. That was right. And I said to myself, I'm going to go to the other side, do other charity shops. There was 1, 2, 3, about 5 or 6 areas. Some are very small areas. I would incorporate those into another area into that video. But I did a video today with my GoPro. So I thought, why not see what could find and the experiment. But I'll tell you about that in a sec. Got any questions? Put them in. That'll be great. And let me know as well what your experiences in charity shops, thrift stores, etc. Have you had a good experience? Do you go out of town to thrifting, to charity shops, or do you find certain charity shop chains are better than others? Or do you go to independent ones? I think if you go to Australia, America, they're further afield than here in the UK. Smaller country, smaller areas, but they're not as great. Anyway, but I did pick up some bits which I'll share with you in a sec. Derek's popped in. Welcome, Derek. Hope all is good from your experts from the weekend. Perfect. So let's put that there. There we go. So what I did, I got a bit of paper. The back of that paper, I wrote down different areas where I wanted to go just to experiment, because I knew that the areas were going to be not brilliant, to be honest, but it's just an experiment to see how they are compared to 2, 3, possibly 4 years ago, when I knew I could walk in a charity shop and get 2, 3, 4 bags full of toys, games, books, bric-a-brac, breakables, all sorts. Considering the rapid decline over the last few years and the amount of higher priced items you see time and time again, if you go around local charity shops or charity shops that you go around quite a lot, you see time and time again thinking reduce the price, be much easier, but they don't, because their managers are, some of them are absolute useless, but say no more. Let's have a look. On your way to Scotland, Ah, okay, cool. Yep. All right. Yeah, it's always a long way though when you go to these type of things. Same with the meetups as well, Derek. When you go that type of thing. So, are you having a good trip? Richard's popped in. Night's Life. Welcome. Palm Studios is that? Oh, nice. That's all right. What was it? You sold to Palm Studios, Chris. Interesting to see that. Um, Question from Monkey Thrifter. Anyone else had an email from Parcel to Go saying if you pay for InPost, you must use the lockers and not drop off at every shop, or worse to that effect? I've not seen the email. I don't think I've had that, or in my spam. But I know other people have had that. Said say I've had that. I don't use InPost lockers myself. I've never have done, but I know. Um, yeah, if you pay for InPost, yeah, you've got to drop off at the lockers. That's right. Yeah, I don't do that. I very rarely use the old Hermes, and I think I've used every once to send something back that didn't fit, and that was okay, but not used InPost. But I know people saying they're like when they use InPost, their lockers don't get emptied for a week or so. It's a bit like, oh, you know what I mean? But no, I've not had that. But I know a lot of the every now that requestion you only post a certain size. Not post. Sorry, send a certain size down to your local shop where you send your every parcels. Um, I've not had that yet myself, but I very rarely do that. But if I have to for varying like sizes and things and whatever, then I go to one or two. But usually they don't really want to take them because I've got piles high like that, and they've not got the space for it, or they're just lazy and you can't be asked. But no, I've not had that. No, no worries, Richard, Derek. What I'm talking about, Derek. Sorry, yeah. Cheers. Um, Retro School Satchel about being a program of some sort. You guarantee it. Well, actually, yeah, because that'll probably be some retro, like drama sort of thing, Victorian drama or something. Chris, Scooby Shaggy's popped in. Scooby Shaggy. Pat Walker's popped in. Welcome, Pat. I can understand that. Yeah, there's some lockers I found out last 2 months that were right near in a garage locally, but I just couldn't force myself to send those with the lockers anyway, because they ever get nicked or I don't get sent. So always chasing up those, but no, I don't. I use Royal Mail, anything under 1 to 2 kilograms, anything under 1 kilogram. So basically anything from like anything like tiny like this to 2 kilograms. And then obviously anything over 2 kilograms, I check out on Parcel to Go. Usually use the old Collect Plus, which now is Yodel. And fingers crossed, touch wood, that's been fine because I send it down locally to a shop that does Yodel, so that's fine for me for what I sell. Occasionally I have to go elsewhere, but that's just the way it is. Sometimes I get stuff collected if it's a big item that needs it like big in that way of for tool, that sort of thing, but not very often. Right, just have a look down the list. Got any questions? Pop in. Hey, Jimmy's popped in. Welcome, Jimmy. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate that. I loved your show last night, your 40th anniversary show, 7 o'clock on a Tuesday. Like every Tuesday, as much as Jimmy can, does a show, entertainment, songs, puppets, jokes do pop in. Sub to Jim Riddle Show every Tuesday at 7 o'clock live stream. Hi, Bills the Moon. Cheers, popping in. I'll get around to showing you what I brought today and that sort of thing. Quite lucky. Pimpo's lucky, and no. Everyone's different that way. Okay, right. So I decided to go down to an area, which is in the London Borough. So I won't tell you the area yet. You'll find out when the video comes out. But if you watch my other videos, then you'll sort of work out where I kind of went. I wonder, sort of local to me, when I said I went to like sort of Worcester Park, and then I did New Malden. I went to Rains Park, Wimbledon Village, that sort of thing. There's about 20, 25 areas that I can do. Stuff I haven't even wrote down to do. For example, Berryland, check that out, Oak Hill, Surbiton, which I haven't done for a while, Long Ditton, Molesey, that sort of thing. Just check out the charity shops when I can. I'm not going just to go, just to be have an experiment. So I pop round this area, not far from me, about 20-minute drive from mine. So some of you who live locally or have been living locally to where I live will kind of know the area. Basically, it's London, pretty much. London Borough in South London. Anyway, and you walk. Basically, got a train station one end, and then one of the charity shops near there, British Heart Fund, I think British Heart Foundation, and the other charity is right at the other end. So if you're walking from the station that way, you'll start off like downhill and go all the way down, all the way down the bottom, and then if you turn round by the Asdas, turn around, you go right all the way up. So literally starts like that and it goes very, very steep. I used to go down there quite a lot back in my early 20s. There's two clubs down there in New York and Chicago's years and years and years ago, nightclubs. Since defunct, New York's sort of still there. I don't know whether it's open or what, but I got it on the video today, and we used to go down, mates and stuff, quite a lot when we were flush. Go down for a few drinks and a dance and all that, and share a taxi home. Anyway, so I went down there, and I went to the car park. The car park's quite in a big centre, and car park's a pain. But anyway, I got in there, done that, went through the centre, come out. Very nice day today. And there was 4 charity shops, and I thought it better be open, and they better be. I checked the times before, and I think one charity shop had changed to something else. I checked like a while ago, changed to something else, as it does. Not a charity shop anymore, but there was 4, and I'd popped into them, done some footage on the GoPro. That'll probably be out. Might be out on Saturday afternoon. Probably a Saturday afternoon, actually, because I want to spend time Thursday afternoon and Friday all day reselling. Because I've got haircuts in the morning on tomorrow morning early before I've got to go out. It's a bit of a rush, but before I've got to go out, and then I'll come back and more reselling. So I went down there and then I popped around and was like, oh, fair enough. The decent stuff. Something like really high priced, and and also, what is the point? It's an inner, what we'll call an outer inner London borough. Basically, it's not an inner London borough as such, like you get Westminster or Peckham or something like that, but it's an outer inner. Because where I live is not London, it's Surrey, but I live right near London. So I'll show you those bits that I picked up and where I picked them up and what they're sort of worth. So I quickly made some notes in my book what they're worth. I'll just have a look at the chat. If you have any questions, do pop them in. Right, let's go down the list there. No worries, Jimmy. No worries. I always enjoy your show. Variety you do. Yeah, cheers, Chris Tyler. If anyone's popping the links there, just sub. He does some short videos as well. He's got Discord as well. I think it might be in his link somewhere. All sorts. Right. Boot sale Sunday. Yes. Me and my mum hoping, fingers crossed, touch wood, to sell the car boot at Hook on Sunday, providing it doesn't rain on the Saturday when we need to get our stuff out to put in the car, and then the Sunday it doesn't rain, fingers crossed, and all that, touch wood. But we're hoping to sell since I've got some stuff to sell, so my mum, and need to get rid of some stuff, make space for other projects that are coming up at home. So yeah, hopefully on Sunday we do that. Sell. Would it be nice if I could go around the car boot? Because I didn't go around last Sunday, it rained, but I've got enough stuff myself, and I keep saying I've got to go around the car boot, got to do this, got to do that, but I don't have to. And I say to myself, like you legends, if you go around the charity shops or car boots and you see and you see on YouTube or you hear about someone who's gone around your local one's got like so and so, or got a plush here, or got like a Mewtwo here, or this, that, and the other, and thinking, oh, great. But sort of don't be despondent. You know yourself, you're going to get some good stuff somewhere on someone's patch sometime or another. But but what I will do, like when I do the if we're going to do the car boot on Sunday, sell at the car boot, then I'll probably go around a little bit later, around like 8:30, 9ish. Once we're all set up and everything's done and that, I'll go around for half hour and just walk around and do a bit of footage, and I still do a bit of footage throughout the day. So there'll be not much done at the weekend for reselling. That's why I got to do a lot on Thursday afternoon to Friday all day. That's why I car boot video, the charity shop video that I did today, I'll probably be out on Saturday afternoon. Well, more like Saturday evening, early evening time. I get it edited and sorted out what footage I've got. So yeah, hopefully we're selling there at the boot on Sunday. So I'll try and get a video out from that on Monday perhaps. 2 seconds. Got any questions? Put them in. So I can't spell. LS. There we go. That's what I wanted. What we got? Any questions? Let's have a look. What we got? No worries, Kathy. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate that. Used to live in Old Coulsdon about 20 years ago, so I know your area a bit. Okay. So it's 2022, 20 years. So basically, living 2000 in Old Coulsdon. Yeah, that's not that far away. Caterham, Coulsdon, Purley, Sutton, Banter, Tadworth, that sort of thing. Epsom, Ashford, yeah, New Addington, Biggin Hill, that sort of thing. That's a great place to go, Biggin Hill. Oh, Coulston's lovely. But I have got some areas that I love to go round. Do videos for some point when I get a moment. But yeah, one of the areas is Old Coulston as well. Same with Biggin Hill, where they have the for like the World War II Spitfires, that sort of thing. That's not that far away from there either. So probably about what, half an hour, 40 minutes away. But it's always a good day out to go down to Biggin Hill to see what they've got for like the World War II stuff. But yeah, of course, it's not that far away from where I live. Hi BCP, thanks for popping in, BCP. Appreciate that. So what I'm going to do now is pop through what I've got. So what I'll do, I'll pop in the video what time I start the haul, when I finish the haul. Oh, that's good. It's always good to bring back happy memories. That's why I like going around a lot of areas to vlog. It brings back a lot of memories for certain people. That's like when I see vlogs going, oh, I remember going around there and doing so and so. So, what did I get? Oh, blimey. Knocking things out now. So, just got my things, notes here. Let's have a look, put it on there. So, I've got to juggle a bit about. So, got to check. That's the one I want. So, I popped to when I came out of the centre, I popped left. I went to McDonald's. I bought the week. Saw my video by my Instagram, which is in the description below. And I went down that way to the McDonald's, and I popped to another chat shop after that. I thought, I'm not going to go up the top, and have to go down again and then come up again. I'm going to go down, then up, then going down is easier on the hill. So the first one was balance due. Okay, so let's have a look. So I'm just going to go on what I've got. That's not what one I want. Oh no, this one I want. Right. I popped to the St. Raphael's hospice. This probably areas like ones around your area. Raphael's hospice. I popped on these Lynn Reed Banks books. I paid £2. Lynn Reed Banks books. I've heard of the lady before. You've got the Return of the Indian. We've got Secret Indian. We've got the Indian in the cupboard. And the mystery of the cupboard. I picked up. I thought I'm going to go on those and see what they are particularly worth. Let's say I paid a couple of pounds on that. Let me just pop this back in there. Always hard to get this back in here. There we go. I paid £2, worth around £13 for this box set. Oh, that's it. It's always the last one to get back in. There we go. £13 from £2. Not too bad, really, for the Lynn Reed Banks books. They sort of yelled at me, buy me. Sort of one of those things I think, oh, okay, I'm going to have a punt. Normally, I kind of don't. Yeah, they're not too bad, Bills and Moon. Not too bad condition either. A little bit of wear there. But it's when you put the last book in, or whichever book you put in the end, you have to take that off to put back in. There. So that was that. So I was happy with that. Because most of the stuff in the charity shops were horribly priced, and I could kind of gather they've sat there for a long time. But obviously, from where the areas where I go round, and not just inner London, but out as well, they're usually quite expensive. Very occasionally you get like an independent charity shop, but not very often. That's why I very rarely go to a charity shops, because I can never find anything that is of any good value and price. Next one, where's that one? Oh, I picked up some good bits in cancer research. Yeah, next one, cancer research. I 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I paid £9 for books there. Yeah, £9 for books. And I picked up some lovely books. These ones, they're quite heavy. So, Dungeons and Dragons, I paid £3 in the cancer research, all your cancer research. Dungeons and Dragons, the monster manual. Let me take the thing off because I can't see myself. Easier for you to see. Here you go. Dungeons and Dragons from 1980. 80? Nope, I don't think this one is. I did see it. 2008. That one. They're always worth picking up. The Dungeons and Dragons. I should get around £25 for this book alone on Dungeons and Dragons D&D. Look out for Dungeons and Dragons books and the figures as well. Quite a lot. Very, very good condition. I saw it, and the other ones on the shelf was just looking at me, going, "Buy me, buy me," because I knew from playing variant like Warhammer 140k, that sort of thing, and knowing roughly about Dungeons and Dragons, which is a very, very, very similar game. So that one's from for £3 to £25, but I had to ask what they were worth because I couldn't see a price. And then she wrote, annoyingly, in pencil there. So I've got to get like a rubber and rub them out. Careful, don't do that. Then I picked up some Rune Quest books. So we've got like the Rune Quest Advance, 3rd edition from 1987. These are Games Workshop. You can see down the bottom, Games Workshop. I knew exactly. Same with Dungeons and Dragons. Again, they wrote on there what they're worth. They easily just asked me, so I got to go and gently rub them out. No. It's before the Warhammer came along, in Warhammer 40k, that sort of thing. 1987. Hey, welcome. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's all good, mate. It's all good, Krillin. Very, very good, mate. Thanks for hopping in. I picked that up for £2, worth £10 all day long. There's different versions. This is 3rd edition for that one. So if you get variant editions, they're worth a lot more. Then I picked up 3rd edition book, just a normal Rune Quest, not the advanced, but the 3rd edition Games Workshop 1987 version. Fantasy role-playing adventure game. The book for it, 1987. That's right. It started in 1978. Rune Quest. That one is worth £12, paid £2. So what I do, all the Rune Quests, I bundle them up because people will either just collect. That's the next one. Or have the armies to go with it in their collections. This one is the RuneQuest Land of a Ninja. Games Workshop again. Very good condition. Someone must have some mother or father thought, sod it. My son's gotten too old for these. Stick them in the old charity shop. Bish bash bosh. Paid £2. Same charity shop, worth £14. There's some worth a lot more, but I don't have those particular ones at the moment. So I'll bundle those 3 up. On their own, probably for around 30, possibly 35 plus postage. Check out Complete and Sold. On that one. This is 3rd edition, and it says here 4th volume. So it's editions and volumes. So if you've got to remember that one on that. There's one more item that I will get into in a sec. Hi, over here. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate that. Stove. Anyone heard of a town called Firstone? I believe so. Let me look it up. Actually, I like to look things up. THURL. THURLS2S2. Yeah, there's one in Sheffield, one in Rollslip, one in Knightsbridge, one in Benfleet. Yeah, it's quite a few. Right next to Pennystone or Penistone. Yeah, there's quite a few of those. About 4 or 5 of those. And krill in here. So next one, the last one I picked up. I picked it up because I remember someone, I don't know who, someone picked up a similar one this year or maybe end of last year. There's more than one of these. But you can get a set. Warning. I paid £2.50. The Disney Grumpy, like the 3D Grumpy mug. So it says on there, do not agitate, do not ask dopey questions. That's very true, dope. P. Do not expect happy response from Grumpy. It's 3D. So see it's 3D on there. Come down, we see his nose. So from the Snow White and Seven Dwarfs. So it's more than one on these particular. You get all these Seven Dwarfs. On eBay, you can have a look them up. This one is worth £20. Some of them worth 25, 30. If you get a set, then you can sell them for like 50 plus, I think. Something like that. This one's £2.50. What I brought them for, well, this one for, in the British Heart Foundation. So I saw it. I was like, I'm trying to remember, because I try and remember who brought what. And then I thought, go on in. I'm more of these days, for the last like year or so, go on in, I'll buy it. Sometimes it's not worth much, sometimes worth a lot. You gotta go on instinct. So that one's instinct for the British Heart Foundation. Yeah, it's really cool. There's a lot of other ones on that particular, because there's like you get different characters for the dwarves on Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. Yeah, it's rather cool. Yeah, even Steve-O, thanks for popping in. Appreciate that. Let's have a look. I'm just going to have a look. Oh, okay, there's another one then. But yeah, so there's quite a few, I know. Okay, so that's really what I picked up. I didn't pick up a lot though today, because my experiment sort of really didn't work as well as I had hoped to be able to go in, just see things and walk out, be buying a fair amount, which I kind of knew anyway, to be honest. That's the way it was. On that one, listening but covered in paint, can't type. No worries, thanks for popping in. Tea cakes, painting name, fair enough. But I'm kind of happy with what I did get. I tried to experiment, as in just pick an area, stick to it. Say of 4 charity shops, stick to those, and just come out of my comfort zone for what I pick up, because I don't tend to pick up too many breakables, but I have recently picked up a fair amount breakables. I don't tend to pick up, just because even if you pack them well, sometimes they get put in bins or dumped over a fence or just broken anyway. But sometimes they don't. But yeah, but I just tried to get my comfort zone. But I couldn't see anything other stuff. Like you may see in the video when it comes out that I missed out on a certain amount of stuff, which I probably did. I picked up a couple of bits here and there, and I thought, don't I? No, too expensive. I don't know if it's going to be worth anything. I just couldn't be bothered to really look up in charity shop. I just couldn't be bothered. It was really hot. Today is like 26 degrees. I think it might have gone to 27 degrees actually in a town where charity shops were sort of squashed together because it's London, so they don't give that much. You don't even really see trees. There is other like little parks there and about that you can go to, but I didn't have time today. Just the main high street. So yeah, I was happy with the Dungeons and Dragons and the Rune Quest from one charity shop there, Queen Elizabeth Foundation. I was like, that Queen Elizabeth, yeah, Queen Elizabeth Found. No, sorry. Cancer research. I'm trying to remember. I brought these things. I need to write it in my book. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Get my money back on that easy, the whole lot. So I'm pretty happy with what it was anyway. But I tried to like experiment different items and just to see, because I know, like, as probably you did, like 3-4 years ago. So it started in a decline really summer 19, and then it's declined. The odd occasional bit you find, you only one item here. I found a board game the other about 3 or 4 weeks ago in a local town that was worth good money, but a lot of it, no. That's why you've got to source elsewhere. But firstly, before you source, if you know you've got a lot of stuff, before you go sourcing again, you got to list it and try and sell it before you, because space is a vital thing. That's why I'm not really looking to source, even at the weekend. I'm not really looking to source much on Sunday at all, really. If you do the car boot, to be honest, I'll go look around just for a video and stuff like that, and just see what I can find. If nothing, fair enough. Got enough good quality merch and good quality stuff to list anyway. Some of it's low value, then the odd bit here is higher, more than 20-30 pounds. So I'm happy with that. So when I get a moment, I'll stick them onto eBay. My links are in the description below, which you can find here. And then description below down there. They're bringing back the bill, are they? By the way, cheers for that. They're bringing back the bill. Oh yeah, I'll look at that later. Actually, I'll do it in a minute. High Street, yeah. Pretty much so. Yeah, it's just like a street with shops, some thrifting places and like eateries, food places. Spell. Basically a common street name for the primary business street of a city, town, or village, especially in the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth. So if you got like an area where there's a multitude of shops, like your food places, thrift stores, like our charity shops, places like you can get anything, then it's called a high street, where the consumer, us, will or usually look around and buy stuff, usually on a nice day. It stems from Victorian Britain, where they brought shops that half of the 20th century, when they could see like 19th century, 18th century, that sort of thing. 19th century, normally 20th century, where like got the mainly before cars, the horse and carts going down, a few little shops in a street. They just called it High Street. They've been in decline for years, due to their growth of like out of town shopping centres. like on estates where the shopping centres are massive. There's loads more up north where you go to one area, you can get like a little, well, like about 10 to 12 big chains, a bit like what's called the Metro Centre, which is northeast, not far off Newcastle, actually, to be fair. That's one of them. And then, like, when you go down to other places, um, like down at Portsmouth, there's a big shopping centre down there, place, and the high street sort of is slowly just crumbling. Like I know my high street is just for the food shops. We've recently, or I get a Taco Bell because I saw a Taco Bell when I was walking down the high street today, and that's kind of more prominent in the UK. Taco Bell. I'm not a fan of Mexican style food myself, so I won't be going. So it was another food place, but that closed down. And then it was Taco Bell on my local high street. Fair enough, but too many food places, not enough actual shops, people to buy stuff. That's why they go elsewhere. To have a look. Bring back the bill. Look at that in a minute. Actually, I should do it now. Are they bringing back the bill? I used to love the. But actually, if you don't know the bill, um, it said 2021, but have they put it back then? Yeah, the bill is set to make a huge comeback to 2021 with 3 original characters from the classic cop drama aired for 26 series, 1993. Looks to make a return. It's a bit like Waterloo Road. So basically, a bill was like police drama, set in London. All right. I used to watch it quite a lot. The Bill, I love that sort of show. I used to watch quite a lot of it when it was on and on the uh, repeats as well. Oh, look at that in a sec. So cool. Let's have a look where I'm up to. There we go. Chat shop's okay, says Bills and Moon at the moment, but they do go through periods of staleness. Yeah, always do. Depending on where you live, depending on various factors, whether you know your charity shop managers and you can have great deals from there, or if you particularly know that charity shop, what they process is, how they do. Because a lot of the charity shops, maybe same in the US and Australia and other places or thrift stores, where they got an online shop. So they sell on eBay and Etsy and other places, or they sell to what's called in UK the ragman. So like rag and boning, like horse and carts back in 18th to 19th century, early 20th as well. Featured in Steptoe and Son, which had a American remake, Stanford and Son. Ragman, he comes. I've seen him a few times. Comes around in a van, grabs all the usually clothing and sells off elsewhere. Usually, probably Carboots or other means of selling. And some of the stuff goes to poorer countries, but a lot they can't take. They chuck out. Don't know why they take it or bother. And that. So yeah, but I always find it depends where you live. It's not always the fact that you got to live in a posher area and you get good stuff. No way. Right place, right time for stuff. It's always like when they used to be before pandemic. Like I remember getting a nice little Razer keyboard and mouse. I paid like £3 or £4 back in like 2019. when they're allowed to sell it straight away because they couldn't do during the pandemic. And I sold out for 30, 35, possibly £40, something like that. Yeah, it was a decent keyboard and mouse, a gaming one. But it's that right place, right time for a lot of the stuff you buy. And then also, you same when you sell, you got to time it right to sell stuff. But yeah, they do go through periods of staleness when you see the items out there week in, week out, month in, month out, year in, year out. Get rid of it, stick it on cheap, get rid of it. You get more money for your charity. Your bosses won't moan. Well, they probably will do. And you can get sandwich for same price. Yeah, that's why I very rarely go around the charity shops. I have Main Street. Yes, you do, but they're not always called Main Street. Just the common name. Fair enough. Did you guys ever try those ancestry sites to see how far your lineage goes? I've never tried. I know family members have tried to, and they've got quite far back, like 4 or 5 generations, but I've never tried. But I know certain bits of my history. Look out for Chip-a-Lot Mexican food, much better than Taco Bell, but more money. Like comparing McDonald's with Five Guys. Fair enough. I'll have to have a look at that because that'll probably, over here in the UK, probably only be very specialised areas. So let's have a look. So I'm just gonna. Right, so I'm gonna put it into take it off actually there. Chip-a-Lot Mexican food. Oh, well, it brings up London. But if there's some in London, that's my nearest one. I believe so. Yeah, nearest one. Well, actually, no. Nearest Chip-a-Lot Mexican Grill, that one, is that does Deliveroo. Let's have a look. Where are we going? Takeaway. Northcote Road, London. So, past Streatham, Wandsworth Common, Clapham. So you get into inner London. Not far off Putney, Battersea. So there's quite a few Chipotle Mexican grills and food for that type, but they're all in London, which I would have assumed they would be. Um, have a look there. Yeah, Lakeside is, yeah. Lakeside's very expensive though. Lakeside's only about half hour away or so. Well, actually no, it might be slightly longer actually. Let's have a look. Yeah. West Thurrock. It's in Essex. So if I'm looking at the old driving, 52 minutes via the M25. Yes, Thurrock, yeah, near Grays in Essex. That sort of thing out of town shopping centres is why the high street dies off. Solon, Gunwharf Quays. That's it. That's what I'm trying to think of. Gunwharf Quays in Portsmouth. That is the bomb. That is the best place I've said since the Metro Centre. Since they closed up because in the Metro Centre up in Northeast in Newcastle, they used to have like a theme park in there, a small little theme park. Remember going using that first time I went in there, like going to some of the rides. But Gunwharf is down in Portsmouth, right down, not that far from where Richard Knight's life lives. Not really that far, but far enough. Probably about another half hour or so. But in probably 2-3 hours. Used to go there quite a lot when parents had a caravan in Bracklesham Bay, just over the way, because you've got Bracklesham Bay, East Wittering, West Wittering, Hayling Island, and then South Sea. Because sometimes we used to go South Sea when I used to work with the children during school holidays a few years ago now, and I used to just go down there. I've been down there myself loads when I was a kid, South Sea and Northampton, and that sort of thing. But yeah, it's one of those places where it's just great to be. If you go there all the time, it might be a bit boring, but it's near where the Spinnaker is, Spinnaker Tower, the big tower up there. Um, let's have a look at the chat. So I'm just going round through. Yeah, Sanford and Son. Yeah, it's a remake. Yeah. Of Steptoe and Son. If you look at Steptoe and Son, uh, yeah, based on the British sitcom Steptoe and Son. Because it aired, yours Stanford and Son aired from 72 to March 2077. Um, yeah, so it was basically pretty much the same. They had like the same ideas, but they adapted it to the American way of doing things in the 70s. But yeah, Steptoe and Son was the original of that, and then it went over to America. Um, Rangers have scored. Ah, yes, that's right. Rangers from Scotland are in Spain. They're all in Spain getting drunk. Well, all most of them. All right, nice. That would be great if Rangers could win the. Is it the Europa League or the Conference one? No idea. I'll have a look in a sec. Actually, might do that later. But yeah, because considering like Man City, who had all the millions, couldn't win the Champions League. Well, the Rangers are doing really well this season. Hey, welcome, Todd. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate that. Hope all is well. And Sam, you're reselling too. Someone's going down the list. Thanks for popping back. Appreciate that. Around. Yeah, September son Harold. Played by Harold H. Corbett. He couldn't get away from his dad, Albert. Around. It was hilarious, great. Because there was an episode, Chris in the chat, on Channel 5 the other day about their frosty relationship and the bad Australian tour and other things, and then they showed his first film they did. Really shows Steptoe and Son really shows how the UK was kind of backwards, really, in the 60s and 70s, especially the early 70s, because considering we only really got to where we are from the 80s, from Margaret Thatcher and that sort of thing. I know she did a lot of bad things in there. Then we came up in the 90s and stuff, but we really wasn't that advanced up until probably mid 80s, really, in the UK. A lot of people in the UK didn't have colour tellies till mid to late 70s or even the early 80s. Same with indoor toilets and central heating. I always remember that episode in Steptoe and Son where it was a black and white version. Because you can see the colour. Someone's colour digitalised on YouTube where Harold puts in central heating, but it's all piping. It's like it blows up. It's hilarious. But yeah, that's a great series for that one. If you've got any questions, pop in the questions and I'll try and answer as much as I can. Yeah, we did invent a lot, don't get me wrong. We invented so much in the Victorian era, and beyond. What I'm saying is, a lot of places, for example, Birmingham, inner London, certain, not all of it, certain small areas were very, 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 very poor. Um, that is what I'm getting at. They're very poor, so they didn't really have colour tellies or central heating or indoor toilets until a certain age era when it became cheap enough for the lower class to be able to afford it. We only really got central heating. I think in this house, like late 80s or mid late 80s or something. So my mum says, or where it was, something like that. Yeah, I'm not knocking it because we did invent a lot, Kathy. Don't get me wrong. We invented so much, and a lot of people were well off. And then again, you had the people even to this day who are very, very poor, and they couldn't afford a lot. But we sort of brought ourselves up to a point where we are where a lot of people, 95% of people, have access to computer now, internet, mobile phone, can go to a library and use a computer, a car, whatever car it may be, that sort of thing. And food, as much as it's gone up these days, and everything else. No, well, that's all right then. Fair enough. Oh, yeah, one lucky one without with indoor underfloor heating. Thanks for popping in, PWW. Appreciate that. Always good to see the regulars come through and anyone new as well. Yeah, I think it was like late 80s or something, mid to late 80s when we sort of had it. The central heating, godsend though, because I was born in 1990, so I just remember central heating being there. I think like same like early to mid 80s was like when we had indoor toilets, I believe. 'Cause I think we had an outdoor one, coal shed, that sort of thing. That's what I mean. That sort of thing. But yeah, that's great though. Well, if you put it in that respect, yeah, global, but each country is different. Um, they have different progression. Like America, for example, they have a different progression. Different states progressed differently throughout many generations. Whether it's southern states or the north or whatever they had, compared to us as well. But yeah, global. Yeah, we all got to a point now where it's technology advances. Same wash house indeed. What was that? I'm gonna read out. Mind your language. Yeah. So I'm assuming that Mind Your Language, which was a British sitcom, um, was shown in US on some sort of channel. Because the Mind Your Language was from, so put it down in Mind Your Language, 77 to 86, where they did different episodes. It's really good because quite a lot of the people there were from different countries, and I don't know how they sort of, well, they probably had a lot of outtakes for it. Quite a lot of the people there did different shows, but yeah, it was a great series. Can't show it these days in UK. No way. Politically correct, incorrect, but it was a great series. Um, there's a documentary called 1970s Poverty or something like that. and London was really desperate. Yeah, I've never seen that sort of episode, but as I've seen certain ones, not just for London, but other parts of the country. Yeah, quite desperate. Yeah, but then it came up anyway. Um, that oh, so central heating and grilling. So central heating system provides warmth to a number of spaces within a building, and optionally also available to heat domestic hot water from one main source of heat. It is a component of heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems, which can cool both cool and warm interior spaces. So basically, um, they would put like a heating system in a building, a house, and connect pipes throughout, which would go on usually underneath the floorboards to the radiators, and you could when it's really cold, have that like these days you can press buttons now and have your heating turned up via um and then via radiators and have it like and that and then have it to certain we want. That's basically what it is. Basically provides the warmth from a usually a rectangular system which has a lot of uh pipes like condensing boiler, that sort of thing. So I think they started like many moons ago in the UK, because even the Romans had it thousands of years ago, underfloor heating. So yeah, let's have a look there. I'm just going down the list. Uh, I remember when I was a kid getting central heating installed in the late 60s. Then when I moved into a house that had ice on the inside of the windows. Oh, so what I'm saying, you remember when you had a kid central heating installed like 60s? Then when you moved, yeah, out into a house, had yeah, from when you had central heating to ice inside the window. Oh God, I can't believe that. I'm not old enough myself to know about the ice in the windows. My parents are, fair enough. And they've gone through all the bad winters and stuff. I know it in a car, but not in a house. But yeah, they say we had it that and now because they used to have like coal fires, front and back, which used to smell quite a lot. Well, yeah, of course it was. That's why it can't be shown this day and age like a lot of shows. I've heard of it, but I don't think I've ever seen that particular program. Chris, pretty much. Yep, that's what it is there. Pretty much. Oh, of course they do. Yeah, they always say it. Anything that you watch or anything that happens, it'd be politically incorrect. Like I think they're erecting a statue of Margaret Thatcher somewhere. I think it's in a hometown or something, and they're moaning about that. It. Anyone want to moan about anything? Kind of winds me up, but yeah, the Carl, you're pretty, yeah. Right. Well, the same thing, yeah. Death Deals Park, great show, but can't really be shown this day and age. Really, um, that's why a lot of programs like Only Fools and Horses, that sort of thing, has to be edited in a way where you can't say certain words. Right, got a quick question. I have some Batman cards from 1960s. Do anyone know the best way to sell them as don't know what they're worth, even with a lot of Google searches? Oh, so there's a lot of searches you can do, but as you say, you've done a fair amount of Google searches. Um, Yeah, so trying to think. So did you do Google Lens, by the way? If you're on an Android phone, you go into Google, right hand side there's like a square button you can press. That's Google Lens. Go onto it and it should tell you roughly what it is. Then you can screenshot that and then go onto the eBay app or eBay and check it out. But um if it's from 60s, I personally, if I can't find any information, I would either start high, really high, and buy it now, a big bundle of them, or just do a bid. Start at what, few quid or something, not 99p, but a few pounds, and see if it goes up. If not, just stick it on a best offer, or just buy it now and higher price. See if you can get people watching it and or wanting to buy it. Legitimate buyers, but that thing can be hard to research. I've got certain things myself. Have to research what the pixels are worth. Some you can't get up. Some got Google Lens. Some you don't. So yeah, it's always worth checking out. We had a boiler behind the fireplace. Didn't know until we renovated. The builders had squashed the lead pipes. Oh bloody hell! Yeah, that's the problem when you're buying older type houses. You don't know what's happening underneath the facade, like especially wallpaper. Yeah, Grantham, that's right. Yeah, I knew it was somewhere like that. Um, they're not happy with it. Yeah, true. Yeah, Rising Damp. Yeah, that's another one. So many these days you cannot really show. Uh, um, like trying to think. Um, that's it. So look, so I'm just going down the list. That's it. Same with it ain't a half hot mum. It ain't half hot mum from 1974 to 81. Same thing, set right at the end of World War Two in India when they were going um to war with the Japanese. That's right. Good series though, really good series, but again, you really can't show it particularly. Let's have a look down the list. Oh damn, it's just jumped. Um, all right, no worries. Always here to help. Hopefully it works. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, they had it. When it came out, your end, they had it in 60s, I think, and I remember watching it during the school holidays. They played it. Can't remember what channel though. I think it might be BBC Two. I used to watch it like repeated. Same thing. Yeah, yeah. It was very good. Adam West, Batman. That's right. Oh, Miss Jones. I like that. Yeah, from Rising Damp. Um, okay, let's go and have a list. Hey, all right, Paul. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate that. I'm just going to go down the end of the chat and then have to end the stream. Um, yeah, because a lot of Batman, so very, but the old one that was classic, like Adam West and that. Because obviously the Batman Bill is worth millions these days. Um, so look. Ah, you're going apps this Sunday. Fair enough. Good luck if you are selling apps, which is a car boot not far from where I live. I'm not going though. Um, this time because me and Mum hopefully selling at Hook Road, local one this Sunday if it's nice weather. The cleaned toothpaste. Ah, okay. If you put that in the title, get that somewhere in the title because a lot of people who buy a fair amount are the older generation and they have seen it via a son or a daughter or someone in the family is younger said, "Oh, these are up. I think you like these certain. Put out McLean's toothpaste. Yeah, try and get as many keywords in the title as you can. Shepperton Saturday. Oh right. Trying to think. That starts at 8, doesn't it, Paul? Shepperton car boot. Let's have a look. There we go. I'm not going, but um, one day I'll go somewhere where you are. Yeah, it's not far actually. Come to think of it. Shepperton. It's 27 minutes. I'll get it at one point. I'm sure it does at 8:30. I think it starts. So obviously Shepperton and Apps Court is basically nearby. It's 12 minutes anyway. Because I know it's on Saturday, but I've not been for a long time to Shepperton. I think before I was doing GoPro footage. Last time I went, about 2 years ago now, something like that. I know you're not selling. All right. Ah, damn. One day I get down there because I went a few weeks back, and I'll probably go again in probably 2-3 weeks time. So yeah, good luck if you go to apps and sell and all your selling stuff like that. No worries, no worries. Right, okay. That was the video, the live where I showing you what I brought today. That video I did today should be out Saturday evening. Do look out for that. Though it's usually early evening time. What I brought. If you haven't seen that, then I will put the time in the description below. Where I started the haul to the end of the haul. Thanks everyone for popping in. The live. Oh, quickly do that sec. So we got 7:30 pay extra, 8:30. Oh, so how many roughly would you reckon though, Paul? People pay extra because I know Pete's gone Shepperton, sales of a century, but before, I have to look it up anyway. So yeah, I probably won't go this week. I might try another if I can go to Saturday one. But anyway, thanks for popping in. Appreciate that. Always like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We have videos about varying things, whether it's reselling or non-reselling or others types. So keep subscribing with content and like, share, and subscribe. Take care. See you later. Thanks for popping in.